I'm going to show you some of the easiest places you can go to get a line of credit up to $4,500. All right, if you have bad credit. These are mainly focused on people with bad credit that can't go to the credit unions and the banks don't want to help you. I'm going to show you those places. But I also wanted to give you some free resources to help you as well. If you're struggling with your rent or you having a problem out of your landlord, what you want to do, you want to go to HUD.gov/complaints/bad landlord, right? And so when you go here, you can actually put in a complaint on your landlord. So say that your landlord is constantly increasing your rent, then this is the place you want to go to that you can actually put a complaint. All right, so they do it for multifamily, single family, but you can do it here. You can put in a complaint. Also, I told you about the housing authority as well. You can put in a complaint there. All right, now there's another resource for you. Now this is the HUD.gov, all the different programs and stuff here where you can go to find out what resources you need. All right, now here's something I really wanted to point out to you. This is through the Department of Labor. You may have left a job and they never sent you your last paycheck. You may have gotten fired. They never sent you your last paycheck. You may have moved out of state. They didn't give you your money and stuff like that. Well, you can go here to the Department of Labor website. All right. And then you put in the name of the company you work for, example, NBC, California. And then you click on this wild search. And then if it's an employer or whatever, what they'll do, they'll just, you'll go to the next step where you say, find yourself, enter your information, send documentation, then it's processing. Okay. So this is where you may have worked a job, you moved to another state, or you just left a job, but you know that they didn't give you your money and stuff like that. This is where you want to go to. All right. Now, here's another one, and this is how to file a complaint. What this is that you may be working on your job, right? And the thing about it, your boss may not be paying you the right amount of money you should be paid. They may be overworking you, having you to work hours that are beyond the time you're supposed to be on the job. They may be having you to do multiple jobs that doesn't clarify in your job description. You can actually go here to the Department of Labor and you can put in a complaint with them and they will actually investigate it. It'll be anonymous. It will be anonymous, so you don't have to worry about losing your job and stuff like that. But if you feel that your job is taking advantage of you and they are putting other people above you, passing you up and stuff like that, you can actually put in a complaint about that, anonymous complaint. You also have this PBGC. This is your Pension Benefits Guaranty Corporation. You or a family member may have left a job and you never put in a claim on your pensions and things of that nature. You can go over here and you can find your pensions and stuff. You look under workers and retirees, or you can search under employers as well. All right. And so this here website would definitely help you find your pensions and stuff. You can create a login account and things of that nature. Now, there's one more resource, and this is very important. This is that No Fear Act. So meaning that if you put in a claim against your job of overworking you and things of that nature, they're taking advantage of you and stuff like that, then you can actually, when you put in that claim, this is the act, the Retaliation Act, right? And so with this here act, this protects you. This keeps them from actually firing you because you complain to them. All right. The reason that I share these resources, because when I work with the federal government and I've seen some things that was happening internally, favoritism and things of that nature and stuff like that. So this was the resources that I looked at myself, just to make sure that I'm doing everything the right way to protect myself. All right. Now, granted, I haven't worked a job and I worked a job No, excuse me. I said 14 years since I've worked a job or whatever. But nonetheless, the thing about it is that when you need help and your boss don't want to work with you, they don't want to try to do things for you, then these are the places you want to go. All right. I know you guys like, okay, Houston, let's get to the loans. Well, there's one other place I wanted to show you so you can look for money. All right. You may have money out there. So you can go to unclaimed.org. All right. And then you go here. It says find and claim, right? And then you search for unclaimed property for free. So you don't have to pay like an attorney or other companies that call you up, say, hey, I found some money for you. You know, you can actually go here on your own. And when you go here on your own, all you do is just scroll down. You pick your state, like I'm in California. And then when you pick your state and stuff like that, you scroll down, search for property. There you go. And all you do is put in your name and your address and your city. And then it'll tell you like all the money or property that you're entitled to. Okay. Now this money, it may be coming from like, you may have had a gym membership, right? That overcharged you and the state sued them on it. You may have had bought products. You may have bought a cell phone, or you may have bought a computer or food products or something, and the state sued them. And so everybody that was associated with buying those products and stuff, they gave them out a certain amount of money. And so you can actually put your name in, or a family member. You know, maybe a family member will give you some money. But at the same time, putting your name and address in here, it's a free service to be able to find some money to help you catch up on your bill. Now, there's one other thing I always tell you. If you are working a job, make sure that you go to your employer, your HR, and request to file exempt for 3 to 4 months. And that way they'll stop taking taxes out of your check, so you can bring home a bigger paycheck. So I hope these resources help you. Here's the loans, lines of credit. The first one is with checking and cash. Now, here's the thing about it. These here type of lenders, they do not pull your regular credit report, all right? And as you can see, checking and cash, they offer loans from $100 up to $4,000. Now, granted, the interest rates, yes, they're going to be high. And these type of loans are not in every state. But going back to the credit bureaus, I want to show you something so you can clearly understand what I'm saying. Like Clarity is a financial credit bureau, right? And it's owned by Experian. Something that if you follow me on YouTube, you know I'm always talking about them. So Experian owns this, and this is where you can go to actually get a copy of your credit report, your financial credit report. Then you also have FactorTrust. Now, FactorTrust is a TransUnion company, okay? So it being a TransUnion company, as you can see, it's an alternative credit bureau, but it is a TransUnion company, and you can actually request your report from them as well, all right? Now, you also have DataX. DataX is an Equifax company, a financial Equifax company, and this is another one you can get your report from. Then another one, if you ever taken out a loan online, then this is TeleTrack, okay? So with TeleTrack, if you ever taken out a loan online, it has that data. And yes, you can request all of your credit reports, financial credit reports from these credit bureaus. Now, this is what I'm going to tell you. Whenever you apply for a loan, one of the biggest problems is that people may get denied. It has nothing to do with the credit. What it is that with these here companies, they use AI generated information. So whatever address you last put on your application or whatever, that's what's on your current credit report. So that address may not match the application. And so since that address does not match the application, then this is the reason you may be getting denied, other than that lender may not be servicing in that state. So this is the reason why I try to explain this So a lot of you guys can understand it's not that they're not working with you because of your credit, because it has nothing to do with the credit, especially like the majority of lenders I talk about is tribal lenders. So they look at other options to help you qualify for loans. But if that address is not accurate on these third-party credit bureaus and versus the address on that application, then that would be one of the primary reasons you get denied. All right. Now, let's talk about another one. This is Advanced Financial 24/7. All right. And so with them, they offer lines of credit up to $4,000 as well. And as you can see here, these are all the states that they offer that line of credit to. So if you're not in one of these states, then I would not waste my time with this here lender. Okay. Now, you have one more, and that's net credit. Now, many of us are familiar with net credit, but the thing about it with net credit, we're usually looking at the loans. We never look at the line of credit. They offer a line of credit up to $4,500. Now, the reason that I'm bringing them up is because I always tell people if a company, and like I said, these here are lines of credit for people with bad credit, all right? Now, if a company offers a line of credit versus a loan, I would choose the line of credit because they only charge you on the amount that you actually use. So say they approve you for $4,500 line of credit, but at the same time, you only use $3,000. They only charge you on that $3,000 versus a loan. If you borrow $10,000, then they're charging you on that whole $10,000. And with the line of credit, you can borrow it and pay it back without continuing to reapply. All right. So that's the good part about lines of credit. I'm always telling you guys. Now, I hope that this video gives you some benefit. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. I try to put a lot of effort in trying to find this information to help you guys, and I'm always trying to help the community and try to protect you guys. And I hope you all are willing to reciprocate by sharing my videos, giving me a thumbs up. Let me know, have you used any of these resources? Have you had challenges with your job, your boss or whatever, and you had to use these resources? All right. So if you have any other questions, click the link in the description. I'll see you in the next video.